Hey everyone. Okay, I'm back. It's my second live of the night. Very likely you're going to see Alice or hear her crying because she just has been all over the table since I shut off the camera last time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get my page up. But I'm going to go through a walk by walk of what one of the Try Me kits are. I'm going to do the one that I sent to my mother so that she knows. And I'll grab out what I got her. And just kind of walk through it. So that's, this is just the board I'm going to use. This is one of the old Try Me kits, was the BU, Believe in Yourself. There is one that is The Influence of a Good Teacher is Never Erased. That's one. Here's another one of Best Family Ever. And then this one is one of my favorites. This house was clean yesterday, sorry you missed it. So let's see, make sure I can see the page. What you get in the Try Me kit is the little board and base. You get the transfer, for example, that one. And then I'll show you there are some variations that don't come with a board and base that come with a palette. But you also get a squeegee and paste packets. So I'm going to show you how to use the jar and the paste packet in this demo. Okay, and place that there and hopefully it won't fall on me. I do have some whiteboards in stock. They don't sell the whiteboards on the website. They're not Couture boards. But if for some reason you want a white chalkboard, I can easily get you one. Okay, move these to the side. I'll explain those after too. Okay. The backgrounds. So this is one that I done for the Love Brings Us Home, which is the transfer I sent my mom with 5x7 A-size transfer. It's got 3 little embellishments on it. This one I used one of them. I do have the house cutouts if somebody wanted a house cutout instead of the board and base. The house cutouts are not designed to be reusable, but with the chalk paste you can get the chalk paste off. Worst case scenario, you have to sand it down a little and you're good to go. I haven't had that. The only thing I've noticed is that if you use the shimmer paste, which is the glittery chalk paste, that it does leave some of the glitter behind, but that's how glitter is. Once you get glitter on something, it, tends to be there. Some of it tends to be there forever. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that I can see everything here and do comments if needed. All right, so you can see that one, and I'm just going to slide this to the side so it's out of the way to show you what we're working on. Okay, I do have a couple catalogs left. If anybody's interested, let me know. The catalog is ultra digital, so you don't have to have the paper one, but I know sometimes, depending on your internet and stuff, it's hard for people to see the ones online. What you will need is you'll need an old towel. In this case, an old washcloth is fine because the A-size transfers to 5x7, so you can easily fit on towel. You're using this to fuzz it up and to clean it. I sent Mom a little starter kit. The starter kits are what I give out to people who become designers or join the club. It's designed so that when you get your first project, stuff to do your first project, you have everything in this bag you need to do. Everything except for the washcloth. And I probably could find some cheap ones maybe to include here. So what comes in is a little bag to keep your stuff in. It may or may not have a label on it. I might send you a little transfer with a little ink to do your own. Comes with a little paint tray or paste tray, a stir stick, a squeegee, an eraser, and a water bottle. That's really everything that you need to get started. I'm going to close this up, as this will go to whoever my next designer or club member is. And I'm going to pull out the ones I keep to the side for me. And let's see, we've got, so what's in Mom's kit is the board and base right here. Hopefully you can see it at this angle. I'm going to open the A-size transfer. A-size is the size we recommend you start with. There's also the minis, which are good too, which are in basically my sample kits. If you want a sample kit, let me know. We can work something out or share the video, comments and stuff to get entered in the drawing to get one. Okay, on the packages that the transfers come in, transfer is just a fancy word, I guess, for reusable silk mesh screen stencil. This is not a see-through stencil. You'll notice when I pull it off that this is actually got a mesh lining that helps with the paste and the ink to keep it nice and smooth, doesn't clump, doesn't bleed. it helps with that. And the back side of the reusable stencil is sticky. This one, in this case, the package always tells you use and care. It's actually in 2 different languages, but it shows you like how to take it off and do it. I also do a little enclosure of a piece of paper that walks you through step by step. That's what I'm going to go through today. And then use and care, so it's like prep and peel, fuzz. It walks you through all the steps so you don't forget. It's on every single transfer packet that we have. This one I've already cut up, but it comes like this. So you've got the Love Brings Us Home, and then it's got 3 embellishments with it. So a heart, a house with a heart, and a striped heart. You can use the embellishments. You can use the embellishments on any other thing. You can just do a little one. Completely up to you. As you can see on this one, I just did the, in my red shimmer, my crimson shimmer, so red glitter. And then up here, I just used a blue to do the striped heart, and that's all I did on this house. I didn't feel it needed anything else. So it was just a cute little one. And put that back out there out of the way. So we're gonna start with the first thing to do. Okay, Mom, so you should have a jar of paste. And then you should have a paste packet. The paste packet, what you wanna do before you open it is you wanna knead it. You know, just move your fingers up and down all around on it. You want it to feel nice and gooey. A little bit, maybe not as watery as a ketchup packet, but you know, close to that. You're just kneading it up to make sure. And I double check them before I send them out. But on the website, your kits will come with at least 2 paste packets. And there's also little kits that you can buy that have different colors of paste packets. So it might have like, I think there's 6 different colors in each one. So if you're not sure where you want to start, paste packets are a good thing too. And I usually do have some in stock as well. Okay, so I'm going to get my little tray, and if you don't have one of these, you can use paper plate, anything you want. It's water-based, so it cleans up really easy. Even the ink cleans up. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this paste packet. This is the papaya one. You don't have to do it all the way across, but I'm gonna put this in a jar afterwards to save the rest of it because I don't have papaya chalk paste. I only have the paste packets. But otherwise you can tear just a little bit, take out just a little bit. A little goes a long way, so I'm not gonna need to use a lot of this. So I am gonna go ahead and, Mom, what you would wanna do is just take out a little bit of it, squeeze it onto the tray. You don't need to empty the entire paste packet because you can close it back up with a piece of tape. Okay, that's probably way more than I need. Then you just fold it down with like a paper clip, piece of tape, and it's gonna stay good in there. If for any reason it seems like it's drying out a little bit, the new paste packets are the new formula, which shouldn't be an issue, but the old ones, just add a little bit of water to it if it looks too dry. And if it looks too wet, just let it sit out and the air will suck up some of that moisture. So, I mean, people have ones that are 3 years old and you just add a little water and you're good to go. Okay, so I've got this here. Take our little stir stick, stir it around. It looks like it is a little dry, even though I didn't feel it, so I'm gonna put a little bit of water in. What do I do with my water bottle? So I'm just gonna do a little spray on it. Doesn't need a lot. And I'm just gonna mix it around with my stir stick. If you have like any plastic silverware or anything like that, you can use the end of it, like the end of a spoon or a fork or knife or something, just to stir it up. So as you can see, it's getting all mushy, nice and yogurty kind of texture. So I've got that there. So I'm ready to use my chalk paste. Now if you have the jar, you can just, like this is the pink jar I'm sending her. The other one I have not opening it. When you get this one, just the new lid on it says seal for your protection. Just pop up the lid, but you're gonna put the lid back in there. You wanna keep the lid, it's foam. So it'll help seal it and keep it from obviously leaking and stuff like her other one did. And it's usually always in the perfect consistency. You can stir it up with a stir stick, but you should need to add water to any of the new creamy, dreamy formulas, they call it. Okay, so take my board and base and I've got my paste. So I'm gonna take my transfer. So I've already cut this. If you have one, you haven't cut it yet, go ahead, cut it up. So you get the different pieces out. And first thing I'm gonna do is fuzz up my transfer. This just means you're basically dulling it and picking up some lint off of the little washcloth so it's not so sticky, because I don't want to be too sticky. I want to be able to easily pull it up when I get done. And I've used this one a lot. Mom, you're probably gonna need to fuzz it at least 5 times. And then if you go like this, you wanna be able to like kind of like glide it over it. If you go like this and it sticks, you know, having a hard time on just one little piece, fuzz it some more. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it here. And nice and smooth it down. You wanna try to, especially around the letters where the silk mesh screen area is, you wanna make sure you don't have any air bubbles in there. That could cause, you know, the letters to not come out crisp, some little bleeding underneath it. In which case it's chalk paste. If you mess up, don't worry about it. Just wipe it off and do it again. You really can't mess it up. So don't be afraid of it. And Mom, Mason will help you because he became quite the expert. Okay, so we've got this one. And this board and base, I don't know if I mentioned, it can go either way. So like in this one, we did it this size. This time I'm going to be doing it like this. And once you put the transfer on, if it's really close, you can always put it in here into the bottom. I'm going to have room to be able to put some embellishments down there. I could have done it at the top, but I'll do it at the bottom. Okay, so slide that aside, and now I've got my paste. I'm going to take my squeegee, which comes in the little kit, and I'm just going to scoop up. Don't need a ton. I'm just going to start doing the letters. And I'm just putting it on thicker, scraping it up. Putting it on thicker, scraping it up. Putting it on thicker. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. So to put it on thicker, you can't really see the letters. Scrape it up. Thicker, scrape it up. Thicker, scrape it up. Just do that all the way across. Nice and simple. Papaya is like an orangish kind of color. If you're nervous about the edges, you can go any direction you want with the chalk paste. If you're nervous about the edges, you can always put down tape. But if you go over the edge, you can just take a little Q-tip, dip it in water, and wipe it up. You can even wait till it's dry to do it. You don't have to worry about messing it up. So out of all the paste that I had in this little tray, which wasn't a ton, I still have about half of it left. And I did this entire transfer. And you see here, I did go over the edge a little bit, but I'll clean that up once I take my transfer off. All right, so I'm gonna peel this up. Peel one corner, the other, and then try to get a good grip on it so you can easily, don't be in a rush. So just pull it up, which is the peel and reveal. And I'm just setting out my towel because that's what I'm going to clean it on. And then we've got this. The love brings us home. And I got my little mistake there, which you can easily, quickly clean up. So I'm just going to take my little eraser and just kind of wipe over the area. You can use piece of paper towel, Q-tip, whatever you want. So now as you can see, my little mistake is gone. No evidence that it was ever there. All right, now this top part will dry 2-3 minutes probably. You can start to see it dry. You'll see the edges start to become a little bit darker color, and then the thicker areas where the mesh screen was bigger, those will dry afterwards as it gradually starts to dry. And then after that, you'll be able to take your hands really and just like rub them really hard. It's not going to come up. There's not even any glitter on my fingers from that glitter paste. It will last. But once you add water to it, spray it with water, give it like, I'll show you how to clean one too, 10-15 minutes, or 10-15 seconds, and then you'll be able to pretty much just wipe it right off with the eraser. The eraser is like a magic eraser, like the lower level one, not the heavy duty like 4x one, and it just cleans right off. I'll show you. It's nice and easy and simple. Now you can add the embellishments if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and add all 3. And along the way, so I've got this sitting on the towel because that's where it's going to be when I clean it. A little fuzz these up. Now again, I've used mine a lot, so I don't have to fuzz them a ton. And I'm just going to stick all 3 on. You can do one at a time. And if you stick it down and you don't like where it's stuck, pull it up, stick it again. So I'm just fuzzing it each time and then sticking it down. Hello. People keep popping on and off. All right. And again, you can do the little ones all one at a time. I just, for convenience, stuck them all on. And I'm going to use the jar so you can see how the jar is used. And I'm using the pink peony. Some people can't say peony. I don't know why. A lot of them who don't know about the flower will say peony. It's not peony. Like, it just sounds weird. It's peony. Okay. You wouldn't believe how many people make that mistake. So I'm just going over, scraping it up. Going over it thick, scraping it up. Making sure all my meshed areas clear. Like the little heart has, well, only a little mesh area, but the heart house has more. The striped stuff has probably about half as much. You want to make sure you scrape off the excess. Just put it right back in the jar if you've got a jar. If for some reason your jar were to get dry, like you left it open overnight and forgot about it, Mom, just in case you do that, add a little bit of distilled or bottled water to it in the spray it, and then stir it up to get the right consistency, and then close it back up. Remember with the new formula, the foam seal for your protection, keep that on there. That will help extend its life. All right, so these ones I'm just going to peel up slowly and try to do it evenly. I'm just going to put them on my towels because I got to clean them. And probably by the time I get done cleaning them, this will be dry and I'll be able to run my hands across it. Just nice and slowly. So once you have this transfer, you've got these little hearts and houses, you can add it to any transfer in the future. Because there's like the Best Family Ever one, you could add some hearts to it, or you could just take out and use things like you could just do home on something, or just do love. And you can even replace the O with like a heart. And this orange part is already dry for me. So the pink's not because I just did it. But this part up here, so you see I'm rubbing my hands back and forth, it's not smearing it, it's already dry. And that was just a minute or two. Okay, so I'm going to stick this in the board and base to dry. Pop it over here to the side while I clean this. And if I put that there, you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. Let's see. Hopefully. All right. So, okay. To clean you will need water. Now I have my water bucket. So if you have like even an old, like, I don't know, brownie pan or something, I just picked up the Dollar Tree. You can pop this in sticky side up in the water, set it in there. That's basically, the water is going to help loosen up the chalk paste. You can, if you don't have that, just use a spray bottle and just spray it down. I find it's easier if you put it in a water basin because then it really gets it good. And then I take it out and use the eraser to clean it. But while I'm letting that soak in there, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out the rest of my papaya. Throw my little things in there too, because I'm going to put it into a jar. And Mom, I can't remember if I sent you a jar to put the excess in. I think I did, but I'm not sure. Look and let me know, because in the package I'm sending you this week, I can send you one if I need to. So I'm just slowly squeezing it out. Think of it like a toothpaste. You're squeezing it all out. You want to get all of it. And if I didn't send you a jar, Mom, just put tape or paper clip or something on the end to keep it good. So let's see. All right, so I got the rest of the stuff that was in the paste packet. I'm just going to toss this now in my garbage pail. And I am going to stir it up before I put it in the jar. I'm just going to add a little water to it so I know that when I'm putting it in the jar, I'm putting it in there like the perfect consistency. And this is distilled water. Bottled water is fine. Don't use tap water if you're saving it, because it could be, depending on what's in your tap water, you could end up getting mold or something in there. You don't use it for a while. And you just don't want that mess in there. So I'm just going to add one more spray. Get it nice and gooey, my yogurt consistency. Think of it like if you're mixing up a brownie batter, a little lumps in it aren't going to hurt anything. You just don't want those big lumps. Okay. So, I've got this there. And I'm going to grab my jar. Oh, actually, there. So, I have these little jars with a little foam seal on them. So if there's ever colors you want to try, just let me know because I can take them out of my bigger jars and put them in for you. And I'm just going to use my little stir stick to scoop it into the jar. And these ones have screw top lids. You can also at the dollar store get the ones with the little pop tops. Alright, so just going to scoop it out here, pop it into the jar. The other night I filled one up with like a light purple color because we don't have light purple paste, but I used my darker purple and white to make it. And of course I made way too much, but I saved it because I will be able to use it again. And that just, the stir sticks and the squeegees are silicone, so they wipe off pretty easy. This is just a little plastic tray, so I'm just going to throw this in the water basin too, and it'll start to loosen up the chalk base that's still on there. This pretty much almost filled the jar. So one paste packet basically is one of these little jars. I'm going to put my little seal on it, and, oops, screw the top on. Nice and tight. So I've got my little papaya for later. So there's no sense of wasting it because you can see a little paste goes a really long way. Now, to finish up, I just got to clean my transfers. I'm going to grab them out of my water basin. And I'll start with the big one first. Okay. And as you can see, this is an old washcloth that I've used repeatedly. So it is stained. It's not going to hurt anything. I do also have a water bottle usually when I'm cleaning them off because what will happen is I'll take it out and I'll get some nice fresh water on it. I take my eraser. My eraser's stained. It doesn't hurt anything. If it's stained, it's going to happen. Get it nice and wet. Rinse it out just like if you're doing dishes. And then just come in and just essentially erase the pastes on it. You're just basically wiping it off. It's going to go onto the towel underneath it. It's going to come off onto your eraser. Not a big deal. As you can see, it's coming clean. And you can go over it as many times as you want. Usually you don't need to do it more than 2, maybe 3 times, depending on how much paste you used. Or darker colors tend to take a little bit more to take them off. So I do the non-sticky side first, and then flip it over to do the sticky side. And just spray it down. And I can see the love brings us home on the towel because I pushed that excess paste that was on the transfer. I pushed it through the silk screen, which is good because that means that the silk screen is clear. I pushed it all the way through. So now I'm just getting it from the other side just to make sure that I got all of it. If you use one of the wipes, like a Clorox wipe, any kind of disinfecting wipe, it helps speed up the drying process because of the alcohol that's in it. Up to you, not required. Water and eraser or an old washcloth is really all you need. So at first, didn't have an eraser. You can just use a washcloth, an old washcloth. I hold it up usually to a light, making sure that I don't see any color in that silk mesh screen area. I'm not sure if you can see. So if you see through there, you can see it doesn't go all the way through. I can't stick my fingers through the letters because it's got silk mesh screen in there. And then I usually just take this and sticky side up, lay it out to dry. And then I'm just going to repeat the same process with my little ones. And pull them out and do them at the same time. And spring them down. You don't need to use distilled water to clean them. Tap water is fine to clean them. A lot of the times This is just easier for me to do on my live this way. But usually I'll just like go to the sink and run it upside down in the sink. Just have running water on it and clean it up. Obviously the little ones are much easier and quicker to clean up. All right, so Mom, I will tag you in this video so you know which one to watch. This would be a good one that I'll be able to share so people can see what's in a Try Me kit and what they do. So I'm just gonna lay these out, check the silk screen, make sure it looks clear, and then just lay it out to dry. And usually within a half an hour it's dry and I stick them back on their backers. The smaller the silk screen area, like on the letters, those are the ones you want to be more careful on, just to make sure that you did get everything out of those letters. All right, so this is done and clean. It will be hanging, okay. So, also, you usually just wipe off your stir sticks, set them out to dry. In this case, I'm just gonna pop it right back in there. My kits for new club members come with the mini size squeegee. You can't buy the minis on their own. They come like in a pack of 12. But if you do a Try Me kit, it does come with one of the Try Me kits. And just toss that in there. I do have smaller little kits where I give you basically the little sample kind of kits that I do. You cannot buy those on the website. They don't have them. But a sample kit comes with a mini transfer, which is good just to get in your hands and just to see if you like it or not. You're gonna like it. It's easy. So you get a little mini transfer like this. You get half a mini squeegee because it's just easier to use them with the smaller ones. You don't need the bigger size mini. You only need half the size for these ones. And it's just to try to see if you even like it. Put it back there. And then you get usually a chalk chip with it. Chalk chips come in black or white. I also have ones that are the shape of a heart. So depending on what you use, what you like, they're reusable. So you can do it as many times as you want. And like magic, this is what it looks like when it gets done. Because you also get one of the paste packets with it. Depending on what color you want, you might get a little paint jar or paste jar like this with a specific color in case I don't have it in a paste packet. I pretty much have all the other ones in my stash. This is basically what you get in a Try Me kit, which is like little sample kits I usually do. If you like the video, comment that you shared it to get entered in the drawing. You may be lucky and get one in a drawing. Otherwise, I have the My VIP group for like $5. And I'm announcing that price on my public page because you can't buy these on the website. They're just basically, at this point, we're just putting them together so people can try them and get it in their hands without spending 20 bucks on something. The kits normally, pop this back to the side. So those are like the little $5 starter kits that I have. Remember, I give the packet to everybody who's a new club member. I'll send you the link, Tammy Jo. I'll send you the link to make sure you've got the right one. This is for new club members where it comes with all the stuff you need to start. And so you might get one of these if you join the club at the same time you're buying a kit. I also have the catalog and the Try Me kits. So the different kinds of Try Me kits that are on the website to show people are, there's two different options. So one comes with the board and base like we just used. And there's different transfers. So there's this house is clean yesterday. I have this in stock. If somebody wants it, I can ship it to you directly. My shipping's a little faster if I have the items in stock. Let's see what else. There's also the Best Family Ever. There's another one that is a palette. Palette's not designed to be reusable. A reusable, like the board and base, it's got two sides. You can use it over and over. Palette has two sides. But it's not designed to be reusable. It's wood painted. You can paint it obviously in a color you want. Put a little finishing wax on it, and likely you're going to be able to reuse it over and over again. Like I said, you can do with the houses as long as you treat them right. Whoops. But I also have houses in stock if you want to do something on a house. So the 5x7 palette comes with the one that's like the country kitchen. Also in stock, I have the teacher one. So the influence of a good teacher is never erased. And I did this one just in purple and the little eraser part in gold. It's a 2-part transfer. And there's also the best family ever one that I have. I think I have that in stock too. This one I did layers. So I did it one color and then I let it dry and then I put the transfer on it and slid it over a little bit so it looks like block lettering. Just to give it a little more added effect. I didn't like the lighter green on the white background. It didn't stand out, so I put the darker green on top of it, and which made it stand out. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know, because this is all stuff that I do have in stock. And have I forgotten anything? Oh, I don't know. The little mini transfers, so I have the hearts too. So this actually, I used 2 different mini transfers, because you can combine them. Like the Don't Be Like the Rest of Them. That is part of this mini transfer, or this is the whole transfer. I just cut off the darling and the diamond part and just did that in my little black kitty cat that I have. She's so cute. She's not like anybody else. So I did that one for her. But of course the cutouts, I have hearts, deer. The deer look like this. Houses, and then I have bunnies that are on the way. So bunnies go with the pillows that I did earlier. Those transfers are designed to fit perfectly on the bunny transfers. And usually they come in a pack of 2, but I can always separate them. Like if you wanted a heart and a house as a pack, I can always do that too. Okay. All right. Whoops. So this was my second live tonight. And okay, so this one was designed for Mom to make sure she could open her kit and sit down with my video side by side. Hit pause if you need to. So you can see what you're doing, and you can always do a live video with me. I know her data isn't that great and the internet is bad down there, but Mason should easily be able to help her because he's pretty much my little 10-year-old expert at things. He's much better than I am on YouTube. I mean, he's already using thumbnails and doing introductions and closing credits and stuff for his videos, which is amazing. I'm really, really proud of him. Okay, so if you're interested in like the $5 starter or kit or getting a sample to try, let me know. If you can like the video, know that I'll see that and I'll see that who you are. I can see people popping in and out, but nobody's hitting like or commenting, so sometimes people do, but I don't know that you're out there watching. I mean, I can see people out there watching, I just can't tell who it is. To me, it's just like a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all right, I am going to sign off and pick up my stuff and relax so I can go to bed and go to work tomorrow. Okay. Night, everybody. If you have questions on this or the starter kits, or there's something you want me to do a video of so you can see, so you can see a side-by-side, step-by-step of how to do something, just let me know. I'll leave a comment on the video and say replay, or can you show me this or can you show me that? And I will be able to do that for you. All right? Have a good night, everyone, and warmer weather is better be on its way. Bye.